Hello, welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. I think I have gotten my upload problem fixed, so we can actually go about this and get things done. Alright, so we are in range to make an attack. Let's send these guys in second so that hopefully they don't take as much damage, because this army will be difficult to replenish. What we could also do is isolate them. So let's actually have you lay siege. And we can't quite reach them, that's unfortunate. Let's make sure you're in range to help on defense. Oh yeah, this is what was the problem. We couldn't quite figure out how to deal with this. So I probably shouldn't have taken them out of their fortified stance, because I was going to place a defense outside of range of the... I remember now. That's unfortunate, because we're going to lose our movement range here. Not enough to fortify, so we'll just drop back as far as we can. Ah, damn it, I hate when I do this. Forget to move my guys back before... Okay, can we get away from the garrison and then fortify? I'm hoping they can't quite get reinforcements from the garrison, because that means they shouldn't be able to attack us with just their armies, and we can rotate another army up there. Let's go ahead and just put them on the border. I was going to take Candy's Conquerors up there. Let's just start him moving down towards this, though, because I'm pretty sure this is where we are going to go next. Speaking of these guys, what are we doing up here? Just replenishing, because we just sacked the place? Is that... Yeah, it looks like we just sacked this place. So we're just getting some replenishment now. I gotta double check where my wars are at, so it's just the Nomads and Galatia. We'll go ahead and pop you guys into patrol. Upgrade that, so that by the time Candy's Conquerors get here, hopefully we can swap out the siege equipment for equipment that does more damage. Looking great on food and income. Our agents should all be deployed still, I hope. The fleet has 6 turns of supplies. The Fury is going to get some extra ammo and help out the tax rate a little bit, I suppose. All of the armies have moved. All of the provinces are both happy and good on food. So let's throw some money at our disloyal nobles and move on to the next turn. He's starting to get some influence now, which is good. See, the generals don't gain influence if they're not fighting, at least not very quickly. So I'm trying to have my generals be the ones that send gifts. And we'll go ahead and go to the nobles again, because I think they're the ones that have been giving us more trouble lately.
I humbly ask that you at least consider a formal treaty. I offer this more.
Okay, so they didn't come out and attack us, which is very good. So now we're just basically going to have to wait them out until our reinforcements arrive.
Hey, have you been tagging your videos?
Warriors all! Getting on our way! Is that all? I am the knife in the dark.
Alright, so we're set up to next turn be able to go in and hit these guys. Let's go ahead and just raid, get a little extra money. Since we know they're not going to attack us, we can raid with this army as well. Next turn they should be wiped out. Finally positive on food here. Our income is not great though because we're losing a lot of it to these couple of buildings. Alright, does anyone else need to do anything? We can go ahead and start moving this spy down to keep an eye on Parthia over here. Fleet's still good. I'm probably going to forget that 5 turns from now, but I was good about it last time, so we'll see. I'm kind of tempted to go take the... Oh wait, didn't those guys ally with the Seleucids? They did. They're a satrapy of Seleucidae. Alright, let's see if there's any construction that finished that I actually wanted to check on. Can't upgrade that. Okay, all of the buildings have constructed here, so we've got some banditry. We're good on food and public order, so can any of these reduce banditry? I doubt it. No, okay, so we'll go ahead and just wait on that, because if we go up much higher, we're going to start getting towards the increased banditry threat. Over here we're still waiting to see what public order looks like after this temple finishes. So let's throw some more money at one of these guys and keep right on moving. Just kidding. Now we can go.
You have been blessed with... Our struggle will end badly and with little honor for
I'm
anyone.
not going to accept that
By
because
elders
this
such
is the
as
direction
these,
we're about to start
what say
conquering.
Once we were proud to be your ally.
I wonder if they'll actually decide to fight me.
Can you spare me?
That could be bad for us, because we've got quite a bit going on with both of these factions, so either of them might declare war. In anticipation of that, let's start raising an army in Italy. I'll probably split the population about half and half between these two provinces. Amadocus is our general. That's the one. -6 to chance of having children. What's his problem? Go ahead and raise up the Heralds of Death. I think I'd rather just have the heavier cavalry. You know what, to keep costs down, we'll raise a hoplite general. Now, both of these factions can go heavy on hoplites. I know Carthage has access to elephants, and I would not be surprised if they use them. Let's not hire any of those guys just yet. It may not be a bad idea to have some foreigners in our ranks as well. Alright, so let's go with a couple of noble peltasts. One of these guys from the warrior population instead of the elite population. What is this army's specialty? Skirmishers and... okay, so this is pretty standard. Just melee damage and missile damage. Let's go ahead and pull some foreigners from up here as well and get the... where are they? You know what, let's get a couple of these guys because they're light spears and we can use them for the flanks to support our cavalry. I'd like to have heavier hoplite units. You know what, if they're hoplites it might be better to go with pikes, because I'm pretty sure pikes will beat hoplites. Thracian Thorax Cavalry is actually not as good, but it draws from the warrior population instead of the elites, which is really nice. I'm not sure how I want to build this army. Alright, well, whatever. We're not at war with any of them yet, so we'll leave that for now. Take the Empire Maintenance reduction and the Banditry Public Order boost. Well, I guess Banditry isn't being boosted, but whatever. Okay, I'm doing good on remembering so far. I might start trading this army out, even though they're really high veteran. They have high veterancy. I might start trading out these hoplites for my native units. Just because my native hoplites, I think, are heavier. But we can definitely get rid of those guys. Let's see, 2 swords. I can't actually recruit hoplites here. I was going to compare them statistically. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and grab another shock troop here. I don't know, I'm thinking about trading these guys out for my thorax hoplites. Okay, so that's good for over here. Now, in the north. Still have quite a ways to go, but it looks like we should just make it before winter. You know what? We can do it right now. This lets us have a victory. Let's see. Looks like aggressive is going to be the way to go. Hopefully our generals survive. I always worry about that when I auto-resolve. That kind of sucks to see. That kind of sucks to see, but we didn't lose any units. We don't need to loot, so let's just go ahead and raise it. Now, these 2 armies are just going to hang out here and play defense and maintain public order, make sure I don't have any nomadic rebellions. I don't know if I need another thing for food here. Let's see, because between the 2 of these we can have 36 food. We're not quite to the positive on food yet, so let's just do a cattle ranch here. Now banditry could get pretty high up here, so maybe let's build one of these. Well, let's see, let's swap that out. And then we won't need the sanitation. Yeah, let's do the local trappers. Let's go ahead and merge this army so it's not as dead. I might just disband these guys, but not yet. This army got kind of decimated, which is unfortunate. Let's give them a little bit of a replenishment boost then. Okay, and we will say that's good enough for our purposes up here. Now, are we in a position to start throwing more money at people? Hoping Candy's Conquerors will be replenished by the time they get down here. You know what, just to avoid the attrition through there, I might send them down to this city first and then up through here. Now might be a decent time to go raid this city again, because we'll still have several turns before these guys show up and can reinforce each other. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to give us the least casualties. Looks like it doesn't really matter. We will just go ahead and sack it and pull back. Since they have nothing to contest us, we can even go into patrol stance. This is giving us some experience and money, so I think this is worth the time. Alright. Spend that extra gold and go to the next turn.
Our enemies tremble at the thought of your might. What? I am saddened that Athena has not given you wisdom.
Didn't they
to see the
just
merits
end
of our noble
their
offer.
defensive alliance with me? I'm actually going to start moving my fleet that direction. And I think I'll go ahead and raise a fleet and maybe go take out this faction. Because I'm kind of sick of these guys. I might need to swap out this light cav too. But we can worry about that later. For now, let's get this population boost. Okay, so where are we at? Sanitation's in the positive. Banditry is kind of high. What other buildings can we get to reduce banditry? Because I think there's only the one in this chain, in this tree, that reduces banditry. Oh, you know what? This one takes banditry down a little bit, so maybe we'll build a supply pit here. Okay, we still need to figure out what our main line is going to be over here. While we're doing that, let's start moving the army down so we can recruit from multiple regions. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I want to build this army. You know what? Let's say these are the elites we're going to use. And our missiles will all be peltists. Let's see how that works out. So we're going to have a distinct range disadvantage, but an enormous melee advantage. Maybe I ought to get some, I mean I don't have any buildings for it, but maybe I ought to get like a scorpion or an artillery piece of some sort in this army just to help balance out our lack of range. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of these units as well. Alright, it's winter. They should be taking winter attrition. I kind of don't want to chase them. Okay, Grumpy's Guard. Just hang out here for a minute. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of attrition no matter what. But let's try and minimize it. They're actually gonna stand and fight. Alright, oh happy day. The nomads are destroyed. It's unfortunate that we lost this unit, but whatever. Let's pull you guys back to a road. Pull you guys back to a road. And then we can actually disband some of this stuff soon. Just to help with our upkeep. Especially now that we're recruiting another decent army, we're going to need the extra upkeep. We'll just disband this guy. We'll call that good for this army. Everyone else can patrol. And then we will send one of these guys down here. Probably the healthier army down here to face off against, to face off against Parthia if we need to. So I wouldn't be surprised if once we start to go into Asia Minor, if Parthia takes issue with it. Okay, I don't want to recruit here because it'll take warriors out of this city, and we need to boost population as much as possible on this border region. I mean, you can already see how much our income is tanking because of recruiting this army, and this army is hardly even started yet. But if everyone else is taken care of, we will continue the tradition of buying loyalty and go to the next turn.
Between friends, the gift of God.
Probably not going to bother with that mission as usual, just because I can't be bothered to chase that army. We'll go ahead and let this place build back up a little before we go on another raid. Have you get a little bit better at stealing food, and we'll do that other one just because. Now you guys get to come down here. You guys get to start the long journey. Let's actually send them this way, hopefully pick up some population out of this region. Okay, none of these are terribly important. The extra population in Latium is very, very nice, though. I really am tempted to just go wipe them out, but I think it would take too much. in terms of resources. Let's pop you guys down to here. Since we can expect a huge amount of hoplites out of whatever armies we fight, I would like to have a huge amount of pikes to go against them. These Tarantine white shields are pretty decent, but they're not going to be as good as any of the other hoplites that Carthage and Massilia can recruit at this point. They're excellent early game, but that's about it in my experience. Oh, let's get some crossbows. Yeah, let's get some crossbows. And then... let's see, Thorax Spearman versus Thorax Hoplite, or Thracian Hoplites. I mean, these hoplites are wildly better. Let's just get some pikes. Let's see, that'll be 6 units of pikes. We have some shock infantry. Kind of use these 3 as our shock force. We don't have much cavalry. Alright, now did anyone else gain a level? These guys do need to move still. We'll go ahead and upgrade them. Now I don't like the raiders because they can't ram. What's the difference between these two? There is no difference, right? You know what, we'll hold off on recruiting anymore for our fleet. We're still building up our treasury quite nicely. Everyone is still good on public order. I might take this one off of growth and pop down some increased taxation. You guys already moved. Let's keep purchasing loyalty. You know what? She's not worth adopting, really. And we still don't have any children that have come of age, so it's not like we need to get anyone married. So, on to the next one.
We are a mighty people, well versed.
Okay, so we'll start to have a little bit of public order penalty up here from a raiding army. I'm actually not going to, well, yeah, I'm not going to finish recruiting here because it's going to cost us an extra 600 to maybe even as much as 1,200 gold per turn. So for now, I'm just going to have these guys patrol. But that way I have most of an army ready in case shit hits the fan with Carthage or Massilia. Now Carthage is starting to dislike us pretty quickly. Because Seleucids still love us. I wonder if we can get non-aggression with Parthia.
I am here.
Then again, I don't really want it because of
And be sure that I
that.
find
Alright, well. Go ahead and leave you there to do your job. Get you guys down here. And you guys stay on the move. We're actually replenishing remarkably quickly. I don't remember exactly how many men were in these units, but we replenished maybe 30 elites per unit. Even though there's 0 elites in this area. So population mechanic is cool and all, but I don't think it works correctly. Make sure everyone is still deployed. Get the fleet into port so that it doesn't run... Hey, I remembered. So it doesn't run out of supplies. Candies, conquerors, keep on coming this way. Did anything else important happen? A little bit of construction. But otherwise, not really. Did we get the... Was it only the 1 increase in rank? This guy went from like what was it, 17 influence to 73 just from gaining 2 per turn. How silly. Alright, real quick, I'm going to check diplomacy and see if there's anything important I need to do. These guys are actually no longer quite so friendly with me. So I may need to do a little something to gain influence out here. What kinds of payments can I give them? 17,000. Yeah, that's not worth it. They shouldn't care about what happens over here, right? Alright, well, let's end this turn.
a token, perhaps a modest gift of... There is a time.
Now I'm going to try and do this a little bit tactfully so that we can minimize the amount of wars we have. One of the problems I already know I'm going to have is dealing with Parthia. Let's go ahead and enter war on the side of our ally here, just to boost our relation with them, rather than severely damaging it by breaking a treaty. Let's go ahead and see what a battle would look like here. So it won't really be much of a fight, but I haven't done a fight for a little while, so I'd like to actually fight this one. We'll put the spears on the side of the pikes, put all of them behind the archers. Let these guys run the right flank, so I'm actually going to switch them to the other side here. Now you guys can support the peltas, you guys can support the swords, and let's go. I'm actually going to fast forward and let them get their army together a little bit so we have more of a frontline engagement. At least that's the hope. Okay, we can go ahead and start moving forward now. Send these guys up ahead to do some scouting. You can see they've got some defenses set up at the back of the map. It looks like they might be trying to use this little bit of high ground here. They've got spike traps. So I'll basically just need to be careful that I don't accidentally run my cavalry into any caltrops or anything. But I'm not actually seeing any wooden stakes. Okay, let's realign to face them. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. I missed my swords. Whoops. Oh, there's their stakes. I'm not too bothered about whatever casualties we take here. If they're going to charge down and meet us, let's actually just stop here. Okay, looks like they're not charging down to meet us. A little confused why this unit of bows keeps getting caught with the pikes behind them, when the other two aren't. Okay, we'll go ahead and slow march up to here. Run the skirmish cav in just to soak up some javelins. Maybe I won't do that. Because we're not going to have really any room to get around the flanks, which is a bit annoying, but not terrible. Where are their spike traps? Because I'd rather not move my pikes across them. So they're all like right in front of their army. They've actually activated a couple of them. Okay, we'll go ahead and give the order to run for these guys. Get the cavalry past the stakes. Can we actually have them destroy these? Would they kill themselves on it if they destroyed them? Okay, they shouldn't hit any of the spike traps. Archers, go to, have fun, be on guard mode. Okay, we'll move the pike line up. I didn't want to move them through the spike traps, but it's gotta happen at this point. We'll go ahead and give an attack order on these guys. We should be able to take them on pretty easily, even if they get the charge. I'm really hoping they'll charge down at me. But I'm really expecting they won't. Okay, we can take the cav, but we do not want to get caught out by spears. Okay, we'll start getting the Peltus up here. It's definitely not run them. Ah, they're all elites anyway. You know what? Yeah, we'll run the foreigners through the spike traps.
One of our units has used all its
Pike
ammunition.
line, move forward. You guys come back over here. You guys are just being ridiculously slow. Bows, open fire just wherever. Pikes should probably have dropped your pikes by now. Yep, definitely should have dropped the pikes by now. Let's get the swords up and around. Start giving some attack orders. Okay, you guys focus your fire. Go ahead and run through. Pikes turn. Spears get over here. Actually, spears, go engage this. Cavalry, get out of that. You guys chuck your ammo over there. Again, this shouldn't be much of a battle, but I just want to fight the battle. Archers are basically out of ammo, so let's just wrap it up with them. Go ahead and move the pikes forward. Heavy shot cav. Let's see if we can surprise them with some infantry. Turn these guys around and get a rear charge. Let's go ahead and check that out. It's uphill charge, but whatever. Should just decimate this unit, right? Kills will start coming through, right? There we go. So actually not very many kills, which is a bit disappointing. You know what, actually, let's have you guys move forward. You guys reform. You guys push forward. You guys got yourselves surrounded, which is bad news. Nope, that's not what I wanted to select. You guys go ahead and run through here. You guys turn back around. I'm impressed that these guys are still fighting.
The enemy general is dead.
But they will certainly be done now. Alright. Like, you can't really use them out. We'll just go ahead and sack this again.
Ready for orders. Warriors all.
Drop back and patrol as usual. And I think we'll go ahead and end the episode here. It's a little bit earlier than normal. Let's just make sure everyone has moved and I can end the turn. Now these guys, we're going to need them in fortified stance. We already have these guys patrolling. Yeah, I probably need to get some artillery over here. So let's actually just run over to Apollonia and grab some artillery real quick. Yeah, next turn we'll just pop across and get some artillery so that we can kind of force them into the pikes, because it's going to be hard to use pikes if we can't get them to come to us. And after we throw the last... well, I've got to check if anyone's increased in level. This dude has... what do we need out here? Cultural conversion. Terrors of the Sea got their supplies, so they can move down here. Alright, now the final check is to spam some gold again, and we'll end the episode. So as always, if you guys are enjoying, keep sticking around. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see done different, if there's any kind of army compositions you'd like to see. And let me know whether I should just try and deal with Parthia, or if I should just crush through all of this and get involved with Pergamon and the Seleucids and all of that at the same time. And we will see you in the next one.